Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for being back. And I'm very grateful for everyone who has been joining recently and all the new subscribers and everyone who is part of the journey with me. I am very, very, very glad to have you on board. um, yeah, so new week. Now it's almost the end of October, and as I said in my previous video, it's almost the end of the year, which means that more things are shifting, there is more transformation happening, and there will be unexpected changes as well taking place very, very soon for a lot of people if they haven't already been happening. I feel like they are on their way to manifesting. And with these connections at this time, I feel like there is a lot of purging and there is a lot of healing done on both sides. Both the divine masculine and the divine feminine are feeling the need to retreat, to look after themselves. I still feel that a lot of us, we still are going through those sleepless nights, the doubts, the anxieties. But I also feel like it's settling down. I feel like it was more intense, and now, slowly everyone is starting to feel a sense of relief. And there is more calmness, and I feel like things are really coming to the surface for us to gain the clarity that we need right now. And I feel like a lot of masks are being taken off, and people are embracing their true authentic selves, and that's what they're expressing as well. So I do feel that there's going to be a lot of reconciliation coming in for a lot of people with these connections. But not just with these connections, I feel with any connection in your life that hasn't been going the way that you wanted to, I do feel that there is that coming together, solving things, and speaking your truth with each other, basically. Yeah, so a lot of the divine masculines are still in this energy of entrapment, so they feel very stuck. They have this illusion that they are very stuck, and they feel that they are surrounded by these barriers where these things are not letting them move forward as they want to. But very soon here, they will be forced to make a decision to step out of that. And I think I mentioned that in my last video as well, that if we keep resisting things, the universe will keep throwing the same lessons at us until we actually learn them and transcend those, and come to more awaken more, basically. And that decision will be them wanting to move towards you. Some of them might want to travel towards you if they haven't seen you in quite some time, and if you guys live in different places and there is distance between you two. I do feel that with this decision that they will be forced, because see, like, we have judgment here, and judgment talks about awakening, that period of resurrection where people have been kind of lying dead for a very long time, and now suddenly they're resurrected. They start seeing things from a different perspective, and they start realizing what their next step should be, and they start aligning more with their soul and less with their ego. And see, yeah, the decision will be them walking away from the things that have kept them in this space of feeling stuck, or feeling imprisoned, of feeling like someone else has control over them, or something else has control over them, and they will take that decision to move towards you. And what I'm getting from this as well is that they are making the decision that this connection is actually very important for them. You are very important for them, and they want to protect it at all costs. But they they feel that you have withdrawn because the energy that has been coming in lately with the divine feminine is that she has withdrawn a lot, and she's not trusting right now, because she has been disappointed so many times that eventually she put her guard up again, and she's like, no, this time I'm gonna heal my heart, and once I heal it, I will be very careful with who I give my heart to from now on. But you guys, they still see this connection as a wish fulfillment. They do see you as this bright star, that is just, it's their guide. I actually feel that they still have hope about this connection because they see you as the light that is guiding them. And it's the light that's guiding them, to make this decision to eventually walk away, to, change their lifestyles, to go through that, personal development, and, to really have a breakthrough here. But yeah, some of them, they really admire how you can still stay so beautiful. And look at this, we've got the star and we've got the moon as well. So, with this card, I don't know, some people say that, this is, when this comes up, this is obviously, secrets, but I also feel that the secret is this, the secret is their plan, to walk away, from the situations that have been keeping them stagnant, the situations that, have been, making them really sad, have put them in this place of depression again and again. And the secret is that, you are this star in their lives, and you are this, unique person that they will never find again. And I feel that's what they're keeping back. But also I feel like with this card, I feel a lot of emotions as well. They're holding back a lot of emotions. Some of them are emotionally, like shut down, or they withdraw emotionally because they feel very vulnerable and they feel like they can't handle it, or they feel like if they express themselves, someone will get hurt. And that's from past issues, from insecurities. So I do feel that a lot of them are dealing with a lot of insecurities, with their divine feminine stepping away and withdrawing her energy, but still shining so beautifully. I feel like they it really triggered the insecurities. Like some of them took you for granted, or they had this idea that you would always be around. Like they could say whatever they wanted and you would still be there, because they felt that connection, that really strong soul bond, and the energy, your energy always surrounds them. And that's why they thought that oh, whatever happens, I will still somehow, some way, will be able to reach out to them. And they're saying that that's not the case anymore, because a lot of you, as I said, you put your sword up, and you put your guard up as well, and you place boundaries, and you're like, no, I am not, I love you, I have a lot of love for you in this life, in the next life, but I have to live for me. So I'm not going to be, available whenever you feel like you need someone to support you, or someone, to nurture you, care for you, or show you love. Because, why would I do that? I deserve to have the same. I deserve to receive as well. And a lot of them are realizing that, they have been very unfair. There's been an imbalance in this connection where, some of you gave too much and received too little, or you didn't receive it all. And they're starting, that's another thing that they're keeping, a secret as well. The fact that they appreciate you so much, and they recognize your efforts and how much, you've done, and how much you've invested in, this connection. That they are actually starting, to feel bad that they haven't been able to give to you. And they're starting, to just devise a plan, come up with a plan as to how to, get you back, basically, and devising a plan as to how to balance things out again, where, you can trust them again. They can show you that, they are trustworthy, and they're not going to mess with you again, or they're not going to mess with your heart again. And they really, they really want to balance their logic and their heart, because I feel like a lot of them have been juggling things, and juggling their thoughts, and like what they felt, what they wanted. And as I say, you were very available, so they thought like, oh, I can take my sweet time here, I can be indecisive, I can be this person that just comes in and then goes whenever they please. And this person is my home, like this person is my comfort, so they will always have the door open for me. And you push them into this awakening by triggering them, because they're realizing that that's selfish and that's not how things operate in this universe. If you just receive, then karma is going to come after you and it's going to bite you in the bum. So yeah, but the guides are saying that there is nothing to worry about. I feel like at this time, the divine is really protecting these connections. It is really protecting you, is guiding you, and is really protecting them as well, and is trying to guide them, towards their truth, and is trying to guide them to take the right steps and make the right decisions here. Decisions that are going to be fair, and decisions that are going to bring this justice that we all deserve and need to have in these connections. And a lot of them are also keeping the fact that they want to like shower you with gifts and attention, so that they can make up for all the lost time where they were being this unreliable and irresponsible person. And they feel horrible. I tell you guys, they feel really, really horrible about the way that they've been. Sometimes they feel like it wasn't them. Like, they even question themselves, or they're like, how could I have done that? Like, why did I do that? They actually sit down. Like, to us it might come across as, oh, they are uncaring, like whatever, they're selfish, they're very egotistical and they don't care about anything but themselves. But some of them feel very deeply, believe it or not. And because they feel so deeply and they're so sensitive and they're so scared, or of being taken advantage of, they do that to someone else so that they can have that control, because that sense of control gives them that security and that safety, that okay, I do have something that I can like kind of manipulate or shape the way that I want, because that's what's happened to them. Someone else manipulated them, or someone else tried to take their power away. So therefore, what did they do? They developed these coping mechanisms that are unhealthy, just to protect themselves, because they thought that everyone would be like that, until they met you, until they got involved in these connections that really opened their eyes and really showed them that yes, there is unconditional love in this world. And yes, love is real. It's not something that we just read in books, and it's not something that we just watch in the movies, like in the cinema or something, like in the old days, those romantic movies. No, like love is something real, and this universe operates on that frequency of love. And yeah, a lot of them are becoming more spiritually awakened. They might be regressing sometimes, like they go back and forth with like different habits and behaviors and stuff and whatnot. But at the very core, there is transformation, you guys. There is transformation going on. And a lot of them have families that they have to support, and like there is families that are really holding them back, or families that are coming in the way of this connection. But I also feel that a lot of you have family karma that you need to be healing right now. So some of you might have had to detach from your families because they were very toxic. Because even though we are part of a family, it doesn't mean that we are meant to be with them forever. They are the ones that we chose as a soul to share this journey up to a certain point, because they're supposed to teach us certain things about ourselves and about our mission here. But then sometimes we don't align with our families, or we don't share that same path. And there comes a time where you have to really disconnect and detach. And it doesn't mean that you love them less, but it means that you're choosing you and you're choosing your own happiness. And a lot of you are encouraged to really find some creative outlets right now. I feel like a lot of you guys are very, very creative, and you could do a lot of things with your creativity. Like you could go really far, and your creativity is going to help you really connect to the divine and to your spiritual side more. And it's going to help really activate those spiritual gifts as well. So it would be good like if you feel drawn to draw this is a really good time for you to take that up. Or, if you used to draw and then you stop because life got in the way, this is a really good time. And you have had this itch, to do something different. This is the time to do it. Go for it. Why not? This physical reality is very short. It's got a limit. But the opportunities are limitless, and our soul is also infinite. Therefore, that means something. It means that we can manifest whatever we wish to manifest. You just got to change that frequency, to align with the reality that you are wanting to manifest. And yeah, what was I saying? See, hold your vision. So the guides are saying that you shouldn't lose faith in yourself, and you shouldn't lose faith in your life as well. There are things that are, promised, and there are things that are yours, to take and to, really cherish. So if some of you have been so disappointed and you are almost giving up, don't, because things are turning around. And, the divine is showing us that if we keep holding that vision, then there is nothing getting in the way of that vision, manifesting and becoming something real, something physical, something that we can see. And, their higher selves right now are saying that, they're communicating in the 5D. And sometimes, they sit there and they wonder, like, is she receiving the signs that I'm receiving? Or he receiving the signs that I'm receiving? I wonder if, they think about me. They wonder about these things too. Like we do a lot of times as well. We wonder, oh, do they love me? Are they thinking about me? Do they want someone else? But they actually think the same thing. And as I said, a lot of them, their insecurities have been triggered, and they think that you have a lot of options right now. You don't care about them anymore, like you don't love them anymore. But that's something that they have to overcome. That's not your job to do. That's for them to learn. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I was expecting this card to come out, and a lot of them I still, having dreams about you. Some of them are like, sexual dreams, because the sexual desire is always really strong. No matter how much time goes by, the energy just keeps intensifying. And yeah, what was I saying before, with the other cards, that a lot of them are making this conscious decision to walk away from what's keeping them stuck. They are starting to see, recognize, and identify what it is that's keeping them stuck. And once you recognize and you realize it, what do? The next thing to you do is you come up with a plan, and then you act on that plan. And they're taking their time because they're not ready completely, but they do have a rough idea. They're not completely clueless. They have a rough idea as to where they want to be going and how they want to be doing things here. And yep, do I need to say more? I don't think so. You never leave their thoughts, guys. Like if you keep questioning, that's a confirmation for some of you. If you thought that they have forgotten, you never leave their thoughts. Yeah. So this is going to be it for right now. As I said, I feel that the energies are balancing out slowly. You will be having more happy times ahead. And if you want to connect with me and you would like your own personal reading, the information is going to be down below. So shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy, to answer questions or to do a reading for you, whatever it is. And as I said, once I get to 700 subscribers is the next goal. I will be giving away a free reading. So if you would like to take part in that, please comment in the comments below and let me know that you would want that from me. Have a beautiful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you soon.